Accepted the heart of stories. Maybe yes, the formerly in his eardrums. That'll be part of the moment.
Al Murray, how's it going?
Good, I'm very well, thanks. Yeah.
You just came off stage.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Really, really good fun actually. It was terrific. Really, really nice. It's what I love about this evening is the diversity of it. That they're a comedy audience who have to listen because they have to listen to some physics and stuff. So that's really good.
I think they're always relieved as well when you come on as well.
Well, I don't know about that. I think they're relieved when I go off.
And you were here last year as well, so it's obviously it's just something that you like doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're still into it.
Yeah, well, it really, I think it's really important. And actually, this year, since last year, there's been the whole issue of the protesting against the Pope and all that sort of thing, which has been which I got sort of involved in, and it's been an interesting year for the it's not a cause because we don't believe in anything, but it's been an interesting year for the atheist cause, if you see what I mean.
Mm-hmm. And what were you doing behind it then?
Well, no, I went on the march and then I ended up in all the papers being asked about it, and it's been a thing. Every interview I've done since the summer has been, why did you go? What's that all about? Mm-hmm. And then there's a big chunk about the Pope and the sex scandal in the Catholic Church and all that. In my touring show that I've been doing this year, a big bit, which has had people walking out and everything. It's been very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, in Edinburgh we had at least 10 people walk out because they're so angry about it.
And how does that make you feel?
Well, they like the jokes about that they think are about the French, and they like the jokes that they think are about, if it's people who don't understand what I'm doing, which is sending everything up, if at all possible, for them to get the hump about that is quite it's a bit odd, it's a little hypocritical. Also, the stuff I'm doing is squarely on the nose about how the church has covered up a terrible thing and not taking responsibility for it, which, why not? Why can't we do stuff about that?
Does the pub landlord become more political as the years go on?
Well, no, but we've had a political few years, I think, 2 or 3 years. I mean, the interesting thing about the politics in the last is that even a thing like the Iraq War, there were still people who people marched against it, but there was a lot of people who actually at the time thought it was okay. I don't think people think what the sex scandal, the child abuse scandal in the Catholic Church is okay on any level. So it's not like there's a division of opinion about a thing like that. They just think it's appalling. And the credit crunch affected everybody. And so everyone has an opinion on it. And there's been some weird universal political issues. In the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, I don't think I'm being glib about the Iraq War, but I think that, there were people who were strongly against it, and actually, the opinion polls at the time were people in favour of it. But the church's behaviour, everyone thinks it's disgusting, don't they?
Well, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been the political issues and the credit crunch have been and the election have been really, really interesting.
Yeah. I was on the march too. Actually, it was interesting how it was portrayed in the media afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I was a bit annoyed because I didn't go as a proselytising atheist because there's nothing to proselytise. There is, and actually I was there really. Because I have involvement in Cambodia and a children's charity in Cambodia, where they have a massive HIV problem, and but they can use condoms if they want to. So there's not that issue. So the idea that I know that the church has just begun to shift its policy on that. The idea that the Catholic Church should not want people in the third world to use condoms is it's mind-bogglingly evil. And they should know, but it's not even that. They should just know better. They can believe in the ghoulie ghost they want to believe in, but they should just know better about a thing like that. Because it's killing people.
Is there anything that you think would help to reverse that immediate reaction to people who say they're godless? Is there such a negative?
Well, I used to have the mother of a girlfriend of mine who would sort of sigh when I said I didn't believe in. She was a Catholic, I said I don't believe in God, and she'd say, like poor boy, what's happened to him along the way. But I did, I went to religious school, did RE. I can shoot the scripture shit with people if they want. I don't know, because the thing is some of the people who are militant about it are really inspiring and interesting, and are entitled to their opinion. But maybe they attract a kind of crank label, but I think they're trying to attach the media, the press need labels, so they'll attach one anyway. It's kind of it's kind of a thing that's not in our hands, because we don't believe in anything. That's the other thing. We don't believe in anything, and so it's quite hard to run a flag up a pole, you know.
And your labels have been changing. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
With and your new series on
Yes, about
BBC
Germany.
Four,
Yeah, about German art and music and culture.
I was watching some of it last night.
Thank you.
It was very beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, the cameraman and the director were very, very clever, and I simply sat in the middle of wonderful shots that they'd set up, and you know, tried to act clever.
Why did you want to do that?
Well, I was asked if I wanted to do a program about Germany, and I said, yeah, but can we not mention the war? Because the previous documentary I shot was about the last year of the Second World War, and we spent 3-4 weeks in Germany, and we went to Belsen, and we went to hit the Führer bunker, and we just went to all those places, and there's so plainly much more to Germany. That's the Third Reich is a 13-year episode in Germany's history out of a 1,000-year history, so why not talk about something else? It was very interesting, although, you know, the devotional music that I heard was really quite fantastic. So we went to the Thomaner Chor in Leipzig, which was Bach's choir school that he was chorister at, which is nearly 1,000 years old, and he was chorister there, or say 800 years old. He was chorister there and wrote music for the choir, and that music is extraordinary, and you know, but I'm not going to, just because it makes the hairs go on the back of my neck, it's not going to convince me there's a God.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you had a great time eating and drinking and meeting some lovely people and getting naked and...
Yes, there's some nakedness involved. Yeah, I'd like to apologise to everyone who saw that bit. Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
Thank you.
I hope you have a fantastic Christmas.
Thank you very much.
And any particular plans for you?
I'm going to Cambodia to stay in Phnom Penh for a week with some friends who live there.
Lovely.
Well, they don't have Christmas in Cambodia. They have a water festival when the rains end. That's their big seasonal signpost.
Yeah. You like celebrating Christmas?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I like parties and family and giving gifts. You know, and that you could do that any weekend, really.
Yeah.